This is the 2018 one. This was a gift from Jeremy B. I'm pretty sure you have your full name in comments and stuff, but I'm not gonna. I'll just say Jeremy B. But thank you again. I'm finally getting down to a review of this. I kind of just blasted through it again. I did not watch the special features. I just wanted to do this fucking review that I said I would do like a year ago. I'll probably throw on the bonus features and shit at some point in a ramble. I will do it. A ramble this month. I'll do it. But this is the Blu-ray, DVD, and the digital copy you could download or whatever. But I've been talking about this movie briefly a little bit in yesterday's when I was doing the hard candy controller sounds yesterday. I mentioned it. I love this movie. It's fucking awesome. Like, I'll say that, right away. Saw this in the theater. This one is a direct sequel to the original. It bypasses everything else. Like, everything else is now not canon, except the original. And these next three, the third one comes out soon, maybe a week. This one's great. Like, it's a great, it's been, I guess it would have been, it was 40 years. Oh, so it came out in 78. I was trying to remember yesterday when the fuck it came out. I was like, it was before I was born. It was 78. I was born in 79. So this is 40 years later. Like I said, this one takes two out of consideration, the original two. The second one, if you ever seen the first one, he fucking, obviously, the original, he gets shot. And then he disappears, and then he's still fucking, like 4 years later or 3 years later, they made a sequel. It was the same night, though. And he's still tormenting Laurie in the hospital and shit. But this one is a sequel to the original. Everything else doesn't matter, depending on where you're going. This one borrows elements from H2O in that, except this one is more extreme. Like in that one, Laurie, Jamie Lee Curtis is like, oh shit. She's paranoid about Halloween and everything else. She's paranoid. She's a teacher in that one. Is she? No, she's not the teacher. She's like, I don't know, the dean or some shit at some private school that her son goes to. This one takes it to a different fucking level. I'll get into it in a minute. But it starts off with these two people. They're like doing a story on Michael Myers and shit, and they go to the fucking institute, and he's like standing in this fucking thing in the fucking open area. He's chained and shit, and they're trying to get him to talk. That's like the obsession with his like therapist guy at the place. That's his obsession. He plays a huge role in it, that guy. They don't get him to talk. And then there's gonna be a lot of spoilers here. You've probably already seen it, but there's gonna be spoilers, so I'm just letting you know. But the dude who works there sets it up pretty much so he escapes off a fucking bus, prison bus or whatever. They're moving him. The usual fucking Halloween shit. He's being moved constantly and escaping. Except the first one where he kind of just escapes. There's like something happens and he escapes and all the fucking people are fucking walking around, shambling around outside the place. But he gets out. Now it's alluded to more in the second one than it is in the first. They kind of lean on it, which is one of the cool things about the second one. I did not like the second one that much. I didn't think it sucked, but it's not nearly as good as this one, and it was kind of annoying in parts. Anyway, that's what happens, right? And now you have Laurie Strode. Her daughter's in this, and her granddaughter's in it as well. And the daughter doesn't really talk to her. The granddaughter kind of sees her from time to time. She like sends her money and shit, and I think talks to her from time to time. But Laurie's like living in like a compound almost. She's set up this house she lives in. There's fucking cameras anywhere, alarms. She's got a fucking hidden room in the kitchen. You hit a button and the thing island moves. She goes in there. She's got guns. She's well versed in weapons and everything else. She's paranoid as fuck, like beyond what they did in H2O. She's beyond paranoid that he's gonna come back. So the daughter's kind of like, and the daughter was taught this stuff. She's like, Mom, because eventually they obviously meet up. Mom, you taught me this shit and all this stuff. Judy Greer's the mother. I forget who plays the is the daughter. I don't know. I forget who plays the granddaughter. And some of the granddaughter's friends are in there as well. And he makes his way back, though. Right? To Haddonfield. eventually, like, they start, they find out he's fucking escaped. Some other dude appears. He's like a fucking sheriff type dude. He's kind of in there and kind of doesn't believe him, whatever. And then eventually they do, because he kills the two people. That's like the first kills he does. He kills the two, well, in this movie. Well, no, technically it wouldn't be. He kills a father and son after he escapes. He might kill somebody on the bus. I can't remember. Like I said, I just kind of breeze through, just remember some things. And he fucking takes out the two people in like a gas station. And he makes his way back. Now, the cool thing here is, I'm not going to go point for point on the story. Eventually they believe her in shit, and they fucking end up at her place. And he's wandering around the fucking streets, and that's what makes these movies so cool. And the original did it, obviously, the best. They just turn a regular fucking town that you live in, regular blocks. It's during fucking autumn, Halloween season. And it just has such a great fucking feel to it, right? It brings that kind of like, oh my god, there's a fucking lunatic on the loose, like, lock your fucking doors, And this one does that vibe well. Now he ends up killing people along the way. He kills a few of the friends of the daughter. Because like at one point, the one friend, like, she's into the one guy, but then like they get into a fight, and then the other friend's like, oh, I like you too, and she's like, fucking get the fuck off me. He tries to make a move or some shit. He bites it. And some other people along the way. I can't remember everybody that he does not kill as many people as he kills in Halloween Kills. That one actually fit the title. But he's doing his thing, and eventually he ends up by Laurie Strode because the doctor is bringing her to him. Now, they mention this in Halloween Kills, which is kind of cool. It's kind of like, he's not coming after you specifically, Laurie. Like, the doctor brought him to you to fucking see what he would fucking do. He kills the doctor as well. But it's like, no, he kind of just came to you because the dude brought him to you. Like, he wasn't even necessarily going to try to find you. He was probably just going to start fucking killing whoever he wanted, right? Which was kind of cool that they added that in, because it was always the illusion, like, he wanted to kill her. No, he's just a fucking maniac. He was born fucking evil. He's just going to start killing motherfuckers, And so now he's like 60-something. And because he's 4 years older than she is, right? Because he's 21 in the original and she's 17, right? So that plays into it, and shit. And then there's the fucking fight scene at the house. The daughters, Laurie's daughter and granddaughters. The granddaughter's father, the daughter's husband, gets killed as well. But I'm pretty sure, right, it's Halloween Kills that starts off where he kills all the people in the fire, because the end of it is the firemen going to the house, and she's like, fuck no, they're escaping, and she's like, don't go back there, and he fucking gets up. Because he's just fucking chilling. She locks him inside that fucking hidden room, and fucking, she fucking closes the thing, and of course the fucking firemen come, and he gets out because he's going to, because he has to, right? But this movie's awesome. It has a great feel to it. It has that good suspense still. That second one really kind of shit the fucking bed, in my opinion, over playing this one. Like, I don't know, man. There was really cool parts in Halloween Kills, but man, it's not nearly as good as this one. This one did such a good job of, like, her paranoia, and she's great in it. All the acting's solid in it. Judy Greer plays the mother. I forget who's playing Michael Myers in this. There's some other people I recognize, but I don't really know. But everybody's pretty solid. But I like that wrinkle of the fucking doctor kind of being like, oh shit. And Loomis is mentioned a few times in this one, and his like body double. Like, there's actually a guy who looked exactly like him that they used in the fucking flashbacks of the second one, which is another really cool part. But he's brought up a few times. Like, I think she's like, are you the new Loomis to the fucking him and shit? But that was the real obsession, was Loomis and Michael Myers. But it's well done, the acting's solid, there's good action, he kills some fucking people, He's such a great character in the outfit and the mask and shit. Like, it's fucking perfect, like, and the first Halloween is like the perfect fucking horror thriller slasher, you know. Really almost hasn't been outbeaten in that long. This one is not as good as that one, but it's a fucking good sequel, and that's why the Halloween Kills was kind of like, fuck, man, what the fuck, you know? Tommy Doyle's annoying as fuck in that one, and there's like a mob mentality that leads to fucking some dude killing himself that they thought was Michael, which made no fucking sense. But this one's great. Like, I would give this one a 9 out of 10. I fucking enjoyed the shit out of it. I'm excited for the new one. I'm hoping, you know, it's a great battle and shit. But I kind of like that wrinkle of, it's not all about you, Laurie. Like, he's just gonna start killing people. His doctor brought him to you because he was obsessed with getting him to talk. And I think at one point he grabs the granddaughter, and the granddaughter's like, oh, he just said something like fucks with him, but he didn't actually say anything. and shit. But he's just on a mission to kill. Like, that's what he is. He's driven to just do that. Like, that's his purpose, you know? Like, that's what he's born to fucking do. That's why he doesn't say anything. He fucking sits in this institute for 40 fucking years and doesn't say anything. For him, it's like time doesn't even fucking pass, you know? Like, he's so fucking determined and just driven to one thing. He'll be patient as fuck, and then eventually he gets out one way or another. And goes back to doing his thing. So that's cool, and the atmosphere is really good in this movie. You know, like I said, it gets the feel down. It's a good job of getting that feel down as well. It's fucking Halloween, oh shit, leaves and coming down and stuff, just everything has a nice feel to it. It's a very good, like, oh fuck, he's out now, everybody gets scared, you know, like, oh shit. You know, type thing. Which was cool. Like I said, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It's well acted. It's you know, good action. It's a good thriller, horror / thriller. You know, it's never like, I mean, he kills, but he doesn't kill people in like super elaborate ways. You know, sometimes he fucking does, but he doesn't usually go fucking. You know, it's not like Nightmare on Elm Street, unique kills and shit, or even Friday the 13th for that matter. It's more tailored to Nightmare on Elm Street because it's in the dream, so you can pretty much do whatever, you know, turn someone into a cockroach or a fucking motorcycle or whatever the fuck else, you know, weird shit he's doing. But I really like it. I honestly give it a 9 out of 10, and that's why it sucks so bad that the second one was, in my opinion, the second one's like a fucking 5 out of 10. Halloween Kills just didn't, like, it didn't fucking, if anything, I think this one should have been rated higher by critics and shit. Not that it was just like fucking in the 70s or some shit, but it wasn't badly reviewed. The second one was bad. I think the second one might have been in the 30s, and that's rightfully so. It's just not that great, in my opinion. This one is, though. I definitely go a 9 out of 10 out of this one. Like I said, the look is just classic, and it always fucking will be. And what's done right, it's just such a, you know, he's an imposing figure without being huge either. That's why the Rob Zombie one's like all of a sudden Michael Myers like fucking 6'5". Like, get the fuck out of here. That takes away from it. Like, you want to see like a fucking regular sized dude, just otherworldly, just fucking driving through. He's just got this fucking drive, you know. I always thought that's why, like, he would survive getting shot and shit, because he's just fucking driven. It's almost like he's not human in a way, and they allude to that too, where it's like he's not even fucking really human. The way he's almost perceived now, he's almost like a myth in a way. Like, holy shit, here he comes. I mean, they call him the boogeyman and shit, but you know, he's just powering fucking through. It's almost like you have to fucking. It's, you know, it's a little bit like not the same way, because in that movie, The Hitcher, the Hitcher pretty much wants to fucking die. He's just going on like he's being a fucking lunatic rampage. He wants to die though, like that's the point, and he's just gonna go until he's done. That's kind of like this too. Like, my might as well just keep coming until you completely fucking take him out. And they do a good job of not making it so ridiculous, you know. I mean, I guess kind of in the other ones that they made like 4 and 5 and shit. But if anybody wants to see Halloween series ramble, I can kind of ramble on that as best of my memory. But yeah, I'd go 9 out of 10 on this 2018 Halloween. But yeah, thanks for checking this out, and have a good day.